Yeah, sorry I missed out yesterday. I feel completely awful. Okay, admittedly I don't feel as bad today as I did yesterday, but yeah, I couldn't do the log yesterday because one, my voice is only just recovering, as you can tell. It wouldn't have been very good, and two, I was just so dizzy, lightheaded and achy yesterday that I just literally couldn't even go upstairs. So I couldn't do the vlog. I already have a punishment, but I'm pretty sure if this didn't have if even if I didn't have a punishment, I wouldn't, because I was ill. Well, I am ill, so I wouldn't have had a punishment. But obviously, I do have a punishment because of Sod's Law. And yeah, but you didn't suggest it in the vlog, but you did suggest it in a Facebook post, which is I've decided on the, well, being boozled punishment, but I haven't got being boozled. In fact, I still have from ages ago the Harry Potter Bertie Bott's Airy Flavour beans. So what I'm going to do for my punishment, I don't know when, probably Friday, it's not going to take that much effort to do it. I'm going to take, let's try and auto focus on that just so it looks a bit better. Yeah, I'm going to get one, I'm going to get 5 or 10, I'd say 7 bad flavours of this, 7 bad flavours, and I have to eat them. So yeah, 7 bad flavours, and I have to eat them. So yeah, that's the punishment you suggested. I will gladly do it, and it will probably be very punishing because some of the flavours in there are vomit, earwax and dirt. And who wants to eat those? Anyway, yeah, speaking of Harry Potter, the movie review today was meant to be a Fantastic Beasts, which I was going to see today, but obviously I'm too ill to see it. So yeah, I'm not going to review Fantastic Beasts today, and I'm most likely not going to review it I'm not going to review it next week because I am probably going to see Rogue One on Thursday, so I'm going to review it next week. So I'm probably gonna have what's gonna be the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd is probably gonna be the review of Fantastic Beasts. So yeah, the 23rd of December is when I'm going to review that. So yeah, today's review is going to be of Rain Man, a relatively uninteresting movie, but I'm going to draw a few parallels to some other movies and that. So yeah, I just saw it a few weeks ago and it's the only movie I could think of as a reserve to review. Yeah, my movie reviews haven't been that interesting for the last couple of weeks, but oh well, you can live with it, can't you? So yeah, I can't believe it, really. 2016, throughout, well actually since I had that cold last year, I haven't really had any colds or anything to speak of. Like, for all of December last year and all of this year up until December, I have felt relatively good. And it could have been the first year that I'd have had 100% attendance at, well, my educational institute. But unfortunately, no. On the second last week of the year, I fall ill. So I'm forced to miss out 2 days. It absolutely sucks. Yeah, I can't really believe it. Like, had to be then, it had to be on college days. Like, I'd have taken missing off work so much more than college. So yeah, you may have noticed I've not spoke a lot about Waitrose in the last, well, probably since I got the job, and that's because, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I'll just do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because I already feel negative enough as it is with this cold. So Yeah, I don't really fancy making this vlog much longer because you probably don't enjoy these kind of vlogs. Man, I promise you though, my punishment will be out when I feel better, and I'll probably even do the weekday vlog next week. One, save you from doing it, and two, because I missed out. So yeah, let's get into the review. So Rain Man is a 1988 drama Best Picture winning film with Dustin Hoffman as a savant. You probably don't know what savant is. They are people with immense skill in a particular field, for instance, like music, art, or knowledge. Dustin Hoffman plays one with knowledge, and they also have like real social defects and autism and everything. So that's what he has. And after a series of long events, which I still don't really understand a few weeks after seeing it, Tom Cruise, who's a rich sort of too cool for school businessman, who's losing his business, gets in touch with his long lost, gets in touch with Dustin Hoffman's character as his long lost brother, like, it doesn't even know, and he sort of wants the inheritance from his dead father, and that sort of feeds into the hospital, the mental home that Dustin Hoffman's staying in, and he wants the money to pay off his business, and he takes sort of Dustin Hoffman as a sort of hostage, I don't know, to get the money back. It's a weird story. Don't know if it actually happens in real life, but I mean, I'll be completely honest here. Now I'm thinking about it, that's a bit of a dick move, really, because Tom Cruise, I know he's a bit of a dick character, but he's technically stealing money off a hospital. How can you do such a thing? So, yeah, I must be honest here. Best Picture movies have a tendency of not aging very well and not being as good as other films that came out that year or a similar time. I mean, I'm just trying to think of another movie that came out in 1988, but I just feel too ill to think about it. So, well, I'll just say this movie isn't necessarily paced amazing. It's not that memorable, and Tom Cruise's character is too much of a dick. I'm sorry, I do not like watching characters who are this mean. And he sort of has a weird turn in the movie where he sort of starts respecting Dustin Hoffman's character, which is to our character, but even then he should have been good to him to begin with. And also there's an event later on in the movie which looked like it was leading somewhere really good, but then it just sort of took a turn which made it completely pointless. And it just, I think it's sort of played out for comedy purposes, but it wasn't that good. So yeah, there wasn't. Those are probably the bad things, and then there's the main good thing. Dustin Hoffman's performance is really good, and after watching a few documentaries about savants, namely Kim Peek, who is the character who the Rain Man character was based off, the man, I can safely say Dustin Hoffman did a pretty good job at representing him, and the script is very good, and I also like some of the comedic elements in it, and also the locations they go to are very good. And yeah, and I also like how, I know it's a bit off topic, but this movie and Forrest Gump sort of act as the polar opposites of what can happen to people who are autistic or mentally handicapped. You have Forrest Gump, who literally does everything that a man can do in his life despite being mentally handicapped, and then you have Dustin Hoffman's character. He's called Rain Man in Tom Cruise's mind, but I don't know what his name is in the movie, so I'm just calling him Dustin Hoffman's character. He is trapped in a mental home his entire life, and is only just starting to see the world. which is sort of pretty good how it's, they have Forrest Gump on one side, which is just complete freedom, and then you have Dustin Hoffman, who is sort of locked in a room his whole life, is used to the same schedule, doesn't like things changing. And yeah, I'd say the two movies go pretty hand in hand in how they represent mentally handicapped people, and I think that's really good at showing both the realism and the depressing nature of it all. But yeah, overall, it's a usual Best Picture winner. It's not the worst that I can think of. I mean, admittedly, Revenant didn't win Best Picture, but I did say it was going to, and I'm thinking about Revenant is a really bad movie. It isn't as bad as that, but then again, it isn't as good as another few Best Picture winners I can't be bothered to think of right now. So it's a far from the worst, far from the best. And if you want a movie about a mentally handicapped person, well, go for Forrest Gump, another Best Picture winner. Right, so thanks for watching. I'm pretty sure I would have switched on the vlog by now, Matt, because I'm sort of droning on. I don't find myself interesting in this state. And yeah, see you on Saturday.